We're Helen and Tim Travel, a husband and wife duo based in the Pacific Northwest with a goal to see the world one mountain at a time. On our next adventure, we take a little break from hiking and we take you to Kenai Fjords National Park to board the Kenai Fjords boat tour. We see stunning glaciers, Alaskan coastline, mountains, and even wildlife. This was one of the highlights of our Anchorage, Alaska trip, so we're excited to take you along for the ride. So our journey starts in Anchorage, Alaska. We drive about 2 hours and 20 minutes south to go to the town of Seward, Alaska. And that is where the Kenai Fjords tours goes out of. And overall, the drive was pretty easy and mellow. You go on a stretch of Highway 1, and it's a very scenic highway, so there's definitely a lot to see. It was very rainy during the time we were there. Going in August is very rainy for Alaska in many parts of the state because it is actually a transition into their fall season, as we heard from many locals.
Turn right onto Alice.
We left beautiful weather to come find rain.
35 miles.
We had a bit of a rough night, I would say. That's an understatement. Our Airbnb got broken into last night while we were out for dinner. A bunch of our electronics got stolen. We had to deal with Airbnb on the phone, on email, wait for the police to show up at 2 a.m. We are very tired this morning, so we're gonna try our best to be really optimistic for this video. This is one of the highlights of the week, and we'll definitely take you through from the beginning all the way to the end, so I hope you enjoy it.
So now we're just waiting to board the shuttle, which is going to take us to the port where we're going to find our cruise ship.
There's the shuttle. Start here. All these fjords. We booked through the Kenai Fjords Tour Company, and there are various links in terms of cruising as well as destinations, but we did choose the 6-hour Kenai Fjords National Park Tour. It's around $170 USD, and we booked our tickets about 2 months ahead of time. There are 2 departure times, 8 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. We opted for the later departure time because we were driving in the 2-ish hours from Anchorage to Seward.
So, if you have any history to not doing well with motion, you're far better off starting the trip farther back in the main cabin.
Morning, folks. Welcome aboard the Coastal Explorer.
You also need to be in a seat or holding on. Do not stand around out in the open area of the bow. You pose a danger not only to yourself, but those around you. You go onto the bow, hold onto the rail, or you take a seat.
Lunch is included in the ticket price, more on that later, but there is food and drinks that you can purchase on board, and they do have alcoholic drinks with really clever names like Glacierita and Puffin on the Rocks, and I believe at some point they do actually use the ice in those drinks from the bay, so from the ice in the glaciers itself, which is cool. And along the way, you will get a safety briefing at the very beginning, and after that, you are smooth sailing on the boat into the Kenai Fjords.
You have the option to sit inside or outside, and we chose outside. You get the fresh air and the great views, so I highly recommend coming straight up to the top and grabbing a covered spot if you can.
Eastern side of Resurrection Bay. For today's voyage, we are going to be going out the west side of Resurrection Bay all the way out to what is called Cape Ialik.
I just saw one flying. just lucky enough to see some harbor seals. So they don't like boats and they don't like people, but we were able to see them.
After a morning well spent in your first stop at Cain's Head and witnessing the cute puffins flying in and out of the nest, you'll go through more open and deeper water in Resurrection Bay, where we will find calm waters and they serve us our lunch. It's pretty basic: chips, a wrap, a granola bar. There's a vegetarian option as well as a chicken option. It's nothing spectacular, but it's always nice when you don't have to pack your own food. At this point of the trip, we started seeing more wildlife. We saw a mountain goat that was just resting right by some rocks on the coast. And also, we had reports of a humpback whale from another boat, so our captain diverted into this bay, where we were able to see this humpback whale moving quickly and swiftly through the water. This was our first time seeing a humpback whale, so we were very excited. Though we wanted to see a whale actually breaching, which we did, we didn't unfortunately catch that on video. But to give you a little fun fact, humpback, gray, mink, fin, and orca whales, as well as Dall's porpoises, are often seen in this area. And the reason why humpback whales frequent this area, not only are they feeding on the bottom floors or the bottom of the sea, eating plankton, but they're actually en route going through spring and fall to get to their summer feeding grounds. About midway through your journey, you're going to turn into Ealik Bay, where you'll start witnessing the stunning and beautiful blue glaciers of Kenai Fjords National Park.
Make a wish on it, whatever you like. So I'm going to throw out this proposition for you all. We can kind of clear a little spot on that side. Glacier. We are in front of the, how do you say it?
Ealik.
We are in front of the Ealik Glacier. It is so stunning. We are waiting to see or hear the calving, and it is just super magical view that we have here. Check it out.
Honey.
How glaciers are formed is it's snow compacted in thickening layers of ice that really compound over thousands of years. And glaciers are essentially moisture. Clouds gather off something like the Gulf of the Alaskan coast, where the Aleutian Low atmospheric pressure system spins clockwise. And what that does is it collides and creates these different layers to create these majestic and absolutely grand glaciers that you'll see in this bay and even beyond. The last part of the boat tour ends in a series of islands where you'll witness both horned and tufted puffins burrowing into their nests as they're feeding their young on cliff sides of the coastal areas.
So cute.
If you're outside on the front, I want you to hold on. We're going to go around the corner and it's going to get a little bumpy. These puffins are open ocean, diving, fish-eating birds.
Kenai Fjords National Park is over 600,000 acres. From seeing animals like the harbor seals resting on ice, the sea otters that could be up to 70 pounds swimming in the water, as well as the sea lions hanging out and basking on the rocks, we even witnessed sea lions fighting one another as if we were on Nat Geo. But it just was a wonderful journey on the 6-hour boat ride. We couldn't highly recommend it enough to make sure you make this stop when you're in the Anchorage or Seward area.
They grasp the rock with their rear flippers, then they can use those large fore flippers as levers and climb.
If you're prone to motion sickness, make sure to pack your Dramamine and take it a few hours before you get on the boat tour. Definitely staying inside can exacerbate it. That's why we recommend standing outside so you can see the beautiful views and also take in the fresh air.
So we had a wonderful time on this amazing fjord journey on the Kenai boat tours. What'd you think?
It was awesome. We got to see lots of animals. There was sea lions, there was otters. What else did we see? Oh, there's a humpback whale. I mean, we got to see puffins. There was all sorts of wildlife. There's majestic mountains. There's beautiful ridge lines and rocky coastlines. I mean, it was just like you got to see all these different parts of the Alaskan coastline. It was perfect. It must do.
The glaciers, don't forget it.
And the big glaciers. We got to see the glacier and the calving into the water. It was great.
Definitely a must-do on your list.
Oh,
People surfing.
Join us for our next adventure as we trade in this boat for a jet ski to see the glaciers of Whittier, Alaska. Let us know what your favorite part of the Kenai Fjords boat tour was. Definitely drop a comment if you have any questions, and as always, thanks so much for watching and supporting our channel. Hit that like button and we'll definitely see you on the next adventure.